Hey, how you doing, everyone? It's Dave Rennie. That's me. It's yoga, and I'm really glad that you joined me today. I'm here at Space to Breathe Collective, where I am sometimes. Sometimes I'm up there, but now I'm down here, and sometimes I'm at home. But I think this is my favourite place to practice because it's such a beautiful, airy space. Even on a day like today, when it's a bit, isn't it, cold. So I'm kind of a little bit undecided what we should do today. Maybe make it nourishing. Maybe make it a little bit more warming. You know, bring a little bit of tapas, a little bit of heat into the body. So yeah, who knows? We'll see how we get on. We usually do a nice variation, don't we? So yeah, you can check all of the information out on spacetobreathecollective.co.uk. Yeah, everything here is free. You can make donations. And another thing the Royal Voluntary Service, the Virtual Village Hall, are doing at the moment is a survey, and it's a survey of the Virtual Village Hall. What's good? What you'd like to see in the future? You know, any comments on the whole service? And you can go onto the Facebook page where you probably are right now, and you can join in with the survey. It'd be really nice for you to do that. And you can also win some Tesco shopping vouchers. Everybody needs a little bit of dosh at the moment, don't they? So there's a chance to win there as well. But give these guys your feedback, because since the pandemic and when it started, it's been such an amazing service for so many people. And it kind of gives us that little bit of connection. And it's probably changed our routines as well. It's a class that I love to teach because, you know, I can do a little bit of a free-for-all, and it's a really nice idea or a nice thought that I'm teaching to so many of you guys out there, up and down the country. So thank you for joining. And it's nice to see some of the regulars coming back. So hi to Louise and hi to Irene. Irene's always here. Thank you. All right. Okay. How shall we start? I'm thinking, how do we start this thing? What I sometimes do in my yoga is I do get the first posture done, and then everything flows from there. And I'm doing that thing today where I'm like, should we start with some breath work? I think we should start with some breath work. So we'll start with some nice warming breath work. So we're going to use a little bit of breath of fire. Okay, let me explain this breath of fire to you. Breath of fire is also called Kapalabhati breathing, or skull shining breath. And the idea is to kind of like bring the attention or bring the energy up to the crown of the head here, right here, skull shining, you know, so we've got this radiant body, and, you know, we begin to radiate our wellness and our energy. When we feel a little bit low and we're a little bit low of energy, breath work can be an amazing thing. So that's what we're going to do, people. We're going to do this breath of fire. Now, breath of fire is in and out through the nose, a little bit like a dog that pants. So let me do a dog panting impression. You ready? Here it comes. All right, so that's how a dog pants, right? Do it again. Odd, isn't it? But instead of doing that through the mouth, we do it through the nose. A little bit slower. I should have probably blown my nose here. So it's a forceful exhale, passive inhale. Okay, so think about the exhale is like you've got a fly stuck in your nose. What's this guy talking about? He's talking about panting dogs and flies. I thought it was yoga. So you've got a fly stuck in your nose, blow it out. So nice forceful exhale. And then the inhale comes in quite naturally. So it will just bounce in. You know, you have to take the inhale. Otherwise, you know, you'd only do a few breaths and then you'd be completely gone. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So you sit nice and tall, you bring your focus in between your eyes. If that feels safe and it's okay to close your eyes, you don't have to. And then you get into this little rhythm. So maybe you join me. Bring your hand onto your belly. Let's move the camera a little bit. So bring your hand onto your belly, and you'll feel your belly pump in and you feel your belly pump out. So let's do just a few rounds together. We'll do these really slow. So forceful exhale, passive inhale. So deep inhale to begin, and then start your breath of fire in and out through the nose. And keep that breath going. You feel the belly pump in, you feel the belly pump out, and it all kind of like move into the hand. Take a deep inhale. And then a full exhale. Nice. So you might feel a little bit energized already. I know I do. I kind of feel it here. I sometimes feel it in my fingertips. Sometimes feel it right in my nose, crown of my head. So let's do 30 seconds and then we'll see how we feel and then we'll probably do another 30 seconds. What I'd like you to do though is I'd like to get you to move your hands or move your arms. So this pose is called Ego Eradicator. So the hands come up 60 degrees, tuck the fingers into the pads and then stick the thumbs out like little antennas, all right? Focus here, close your eyes if that feels safe. 30 seconds of breath of fire. So a deep inhale to begin and then start your breath of fire. Forceful exhale, passive inhale. And then a beautiful deep inhale. And a full exhale, bringing the hands down. Beautiful, really nice. And then I'm just going to move back just a little bit more. I'm getting further and further away from my camera. Bring the hands onto the knees, bring the palms so they face up, and then just sit in a little bit of stillness. So that idea here of just notice what you're noticing, paying attention, and try not to judge anything, just seeing how things are. Beautiful. And then if your eyes are closed, just come with your eyes open and then give your fingers a little wriggle out. Bring your feet out. Don't worry, I'm going to move onto my mat at some point, so I will adjust my camera. So bring your feet out and then just drop your knees side to side. Just a little bit of movement. Because we've been here a good 8 minutes or so. Just moving the hips from side to side. I want to get in the line of this radio, this Dyson heater behind me as well. It's a bit cold. All right, let's do one more round of breath of fire. This warming, activating breath. Slightly different hand position. Clasp the hands together. Push the palms up towards the ceiling. In fact, do that. Have a little move side to side. Kind of stretch down the side of the body. Pushing your hands up towards the ceiling. A little bit of movement side to side. Inhale, come back to center. And then we'll do 30 seconds of breath of fire. Try and relax the shoulders. The arms don't have to be kind of here. They can be a little bit relaxed. So deep inhale to begin. Focusing between the eyes. Start your breath of fire in and out through your nose. Nice deep inhale. Pause in your breath. And a full exhale. And then just sweep the arms down really slowly. Like exaggerate how slow they come down. Really, really slowly. And then same thing again. Bring the hands onto the knees. The thumb and the forefinger come together. Sit in your seat of awareness. Breathe super deep. So here we are in our meditative seat. Beautiful, really nice. And then same thing again, bring the feet out and then just drop your knees to either side. A little bit of movement. And then I'm going to come back onto my mat. So you guys just keep moving there. And I'll just adjust this. Oh, look at all the blankets I've got today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my blanket underneath my mat. Because I want to be warm. So if you guys need to be a little bit warmer, feel free, join me. And then come into a cross-legged position. Nice. Beautiful. Bring your hands onto your knees, a little bit of movement through the hips. So we'll do a series here, which is going to be working into the spine. So hands on the knees. Inhale the chest forward, and then exhale round. Inhale forward, and exhale round. Just get into a nice steady rhythm. Inhaling, and exhaling. Nice. Inhale as you come forward, Exhale as you round your spine. And just find a rhythm and a circle that works for you. It can be different, can't it, from day to day. And depending on what you brought onto your mat, just be super curious. But all we're doing here is we're rotating the torso around the hips, breathing into the hips, breathing into the spine, and bringing this nice rhythmical movement. Inhale, come back to center, and then as you exhale, just come back the other way. And just keep that going, keep that circular movement going. Nice. Inhaling, exhaling as you go. Just checking my heater here. We'll just do it for a few more complete rounds. Deep inhales, full, releasing exhales. Nice. Back. We've blown cold air on there. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. And then take a full, releasing exhale. Nice. Bring the hand onto the front shin. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flex the spine. So we've done this one before. In back care week, we've done all of these movements. So this is the inhale, this is the exhale. So you just kind of hold on to the shin. Your inhale comes through, the heart center is nice and proud, the spine is long. You exhale, you round your spine. So I'll show you what it looks like on the side. It can feel a little bit difficult at the start, but you just rock your pelvis backwards and forwards. And you see how my lower spine rounds. That's where most of the movement comes from. But my head is staying nice and still. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just get into your rhythm. Rhythm that works for you. Inhaling, exhaling as you go. Nice. And just work with the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So the breath is quite rhythmical, you know, and energizing. Nice, keep it going. Another 30 seconds. Send the breath deep down into the hips. Keep the face nice and relaxed. So you should feel this right down into the lower spine. When you're ready, inhale, bring the chest through, so the spine is long, and then as you exhale, let it go. Nice, do that one more time. Nice deep inhale, and full release and exhale. Beautiful. And then lean back into the hands again, bring your feet out, and then for the third time today, just bring the legs side to side. Bring that movement in. Nice work. Really beautiful. And then when you come back to the seated position, see if you can come back with the opposite shin in front. So try and remember which one it is. Nice. Really nice. A little bit of movement through the neck. So we carry a lot of tension, don't we? Here, in the jaw, into the shoulders. So see if you can bring the hands so they're face up. So that gives you a nice release. And then think about the tip of your nose and then just begin to draw circles with your nose. Inhaling as your head comes up. And then exhaling as your head comes all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And just make these circles as big or as small or as fast or as slow as feels good for you. So never push it, especially the neck. You know, sometimes I'm moving my head and I get sort of here and I'm like, oh, I really feel it there. So I'll breathe into it and then I'll probably carry on with the circle. Inhale back to center and then come all the way back the other way. Use your breath to kind of open the body and be super curious of how your body feels. And as we kind of move into the second third of the class, then just be really curious about how your body feels as you begin to move through these postures. Remember, you're finding your own unique, individual version of each, trying to get away from that idea that it's got to look a certain way. Nice, and then inhale, come back to center. And then a full exhale. Nice, so we'll do something similar to what we've just done. You know, we did the spinal flexes. Let's do like a seated cat-cow. So it's kind of like a spinal flex, but much slower, and the hands this time on the knees. So you're going to inhale, bring your chest through, really elongate your spine. And then as you exhale, round into your spine, bring your chin down to your sternum. So inhale, you arch. So you should have that arch in your lumbar spine. Exhale, round into the lumbar spine. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. A few more like that in your own time, in your own rhythm. Two more. Nice and slow. Make this one the slowest so far. Nice deep rich inhale. And a full release and exhale as you round into the spine. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. Really beautiful work. Uncross the legs, bring the other leg in front. What we're going to do now is we're going to get a little bit deeper into the breath. And we're going to start to move the arms. And we're going to start to get into the shoulders a little bit. So bring your fingertips down onto the floor. Just going to move a little bit more into the center of the blanket. So really press the fingertips down here. Feel that, you know, all of the tips of your fingers pressed down. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Let the hands touch. And then as you exhale, bring the hands all the way back down. So there's your movement. Inhale up. Exhale down. So it's the kind of the rhythm of your inhales, the rhythm of your exhales. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale. Exhale. And everyone's breath rhythm and everyone's speed is going to be different. If you can move a little bit quicker, it feels a little bit more energizing. And obviously a little bit slower, you're just thinking about getting into the rhythm of your breath just a little bit more. So there's no right and wrong. You're inhaling up, you're exhaling down. Two more like that. Inhale up, exhale down. Really nice. Inhale up, and exhale down. Beautiful. And then bring your hands back onto your knees. Have a little shimmy through your spine, through your shoulders. In fact, let's make it a little bit more forward with the shoulders, with the palms down. Inhale the shoulders up, exhale the shoulders down. Inhale as the shoulders come up, kind of wear the shoulders like earrings. Exhale, drop the shoulder blades down your back. Nice. Two more. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Bring the hands out. So we're going to be from the seat position. So if you want to swap shins, if you want to bring your legs out, give them a little wiggle, that's absolutely fine. Otherwise, nice amount of length in your spine. And then nice and simple here, just bring your hands on your fingertips, bring your hands forward. This might be enough for you. Stay high just for the first few breaths. Again, a lot of attention in the lumbar spine. So breathe deep down into the spine. Pelvis is rolling forward. Sit bones are pressing down into your mat. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Heart center is nice and proud. And you've got length all the way along the length of your spine, all the way to the crown of your head. So breathe down that axis. Really bring that life in. And then walk the hands all the way over to the right hand side. And then feel that delicious stretch down the left down side of your body. Press your left sit bone down into the floor. Remember, this is not all about depth, but if you want to come down a little bit lower, you help yourself. I'm staying high. Inhale back to center. Exhale all the way over to the left. And again, just find an appropriate depth. Find a stretch that works for you. Remember, it doesn't have to be the most intense stretch. You just breathe in space into the body. You're being super curious about how everything feels. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. And then if you wanted to, now you can stay here a little bit higher, or you can come down into the forearms, round the spine a little bit, let the head drop down, and breathe nice and deeply. Deep inhales, full release and exhales. Deep inhale, and a full exhale. Beautiful. And then walk your hands back towards your knees, and then we'll just carry on with that movement. Bring the hands all the way behind your spine, fingertips spun forward, and then final time in this little sequence, drop the knees to either side. So everything has been done in a seated position so far. So remember, we don't have to kind of get up and move around. Just bring that movement into your body. I've just got to reset my timer here. 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Just counted down. So breathe that aliveness back into your body. And then we're going to come on to all fours. So again, if you want to have a blanket underneath your knees, feel free to do that. Spread out through your fingers. And then try and find that neutral spine. So really press into your hands. We'll spend a little bit of time just looking at this alignment. So the fingers are spread. You find that your arms, your forearms, are stacked right above your wrists. So if anything, the wrists are a little bit in front of the shoulders. Just so you take a little bit of tension out. Have a look at your knees, make sure your knees are about hip width apart, and you press the tops of the feet down into the floor. As you press into the back, or press into the arms, you feel the engagement in your back, that's what I meant to say. So you kind of feel that movement through the shoulders, a little bit of movement here, it doesn't have to be a huge amount. Then we're going to move through cat and cow, which is a very familiar pose, but one that we don't really talk about a huge amount. So as you inhale, drop your belly down, lift your head and your heart. So there you go. There's the arch in the spine. Hopefully you can see the arch in my spine. As you exhale, you press into the hands, separate the shoulders, and then round into the spine. So big, deep rounding. Inhale forward, arch. Exhale round, and then you just get into your rhythm. Just like the wave of the ocean. Maybe with the breath, as you inhale forward, and as you exhale round, you kind of really feel that rhythm. Remember with this one, the eyes can remain closed. Or you can keep the gaze nice and soft. Inhaling and exhaling. Do 2 more complete rounds. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. And then come into child's pose. So really, again, really nice one to have a blanket underneath the body. Just split your knees nice and wide. So I've just widened my knees kind of to the edges of my mat. I look between my feet. And again, just worth looking at a little bit of alignment. Bring your big toes together. And then bring your sit bones back onto your heels. And then maybe on this one, just stretch your arms forward and take a few breaths. I've got a little bit of cramp in my foot. I get that quite a lot. So excuse me if I'm moving around a little bit. Feel free to move. And we'll just spend a little bit longer here just to really get into the hips. It's worth stretching the spine. And you're thinking about the hips here. Everyone looks very different. But eventually my sit bones here will come onto my heels. You might be there already, but I know if I breathe deeply,
and just let the body relax, and I kind of get rid of that holding and know that that release is going to come. It depends where I am, it depends what time of day, it depends how cold it is. The body reacts very differently. And we try and get away from that idea that it's always going to be the same, or, that our progress in terms of the physical postures are linear. We go backwards and forwards, it's not always the same. But we meet ourselves with no judgment. We'll just take 3 more complete rounds of breath. And then when you're ready, very gently, slowly press into your hands, and then come all the way back to that tabletop position. Beautiful, everyone. Really nice work. Step your feet back. Well, just step your right foot back first of all. We'll build this slowly. Stretch into that right-hand side of the body, all the way from the right fingertips down to the right toes. You can move around a little bit here. When you feel you've got a good stretch into the thighs and the calves, and the ankles, the bottom of the feet, you can just swap it out. Come to the other side. Nice. I love these kind of like simple movements where you can really begin to stretch into the big muscle groups, the calves, the thighs, the hips. Nice, beautiful. Then come back to center. And then I'd like to do some hip circles. So from all fours, just circle the hips, really big circles, backwards and forwards. Again, having a blanket underneath doesn't just provide warmth, it also provides a little bit of cushioning for the knees. And then just come back the other way. Just a few complete rounds. My knees are making some great noises. There's no pain there, they're just doing that popping and cracking thing. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. Nice. From here we shall balance. We're going to do 2 balances today. Tree pose and then this one, which is called sunbird. It's a lot of fun. So from here, sweep your right leg back. Nice. This may be where you want to stay with your balance. Let's challenge it. And then if you wanted to move a little bit further, you can sweep your left arm forward. What? So it's right leg back, left arm forward. Really stretch it out. And if you feel a little bit wobbly here, just look down to the top edge of your mat. Engage here, Muller Bandha, or we think of it as the navel centre just below. Zip everything up. And then exhale, bring everything down. Nice. And then just swap it out. So left leg back. Sometimes it's nice to have a look. We've done it before together. Maybe this is where you stay. Think about the top of your mat. Maybe stretch the right arm forward. Inhaling and exhaling as you go. So nice balance here. We're quite low to the ground, aren't we? So you don't have to worry too much about it. One more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, bring everything down to your mat. Beautiful. Really nice. All right, if you've got something underneath you, maybe remove it, or maybe just remove whatever you've got, and then come onto your toes like I am. So you're going to just walk yourself to the back of your mat, press down into your fingers, and then just bend into your knees and come on all the way up. Nice, beautiful. Walk to the top of your mat. Just going to straighten my mat up a little bit, and then have your feet back hip width apart. Beautiful, really nice. Press your feet down into your mat. Line your feet over the long edges of your mat. But if you're anything like me, I've got this lovely mat that's got a line right down the middle. So it allows me to line my feet up. It's really good for alignment. So if you are looking for a mat, anything with lines on them can be really good and can kind of really help you practice. Hands to heart center. Tadasana. Nice. Maybe close your eyes. We root down into your feet. Little engagement into your thighs. Tailbone is pointed down towards the floor. And then you think about the spine being long, and your head is just balancing perfectly on top of your spine. Jaw is relaxed, and your chin is just tucked in very gently, so length here in the back of the neck. From here, take an inhale, sweep your arms up. And then as you exhale, just fold in super deep. So that's going to be the movement. We're going to do this 10 times today. So inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. So there's one round. I promise you I will keep count. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale in. You have a little hint of a back bend, you can look up, exhale, folding deep, maybe keeping a bend in the knees as you come down. Inhale, root into the feet, come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice, work with your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep working. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. There we go, that's 5. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, should be really into the rhythm now. Inhale. And exhale. 3 together. Inhale. Exhale, let the breath drive the movement. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Press into the feet, root to rise. Inhale. Exhale. Final one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. There's 10. Beautiful. Soften your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your left hand. Nice and wide at the feet. Maybe close your eyes. And we're sort of adapted to Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice and strong. Breathe into the pose. Deep, rich inhales. Full releasing exhales. Nice amount of softness through your jaw. And for me, I can really feel my heart beating away in my chest. Beautiful, really nice. Bring your hands down. And then we're going to do a nice dynamic movement. So you can stay at the top of your mat, or maybe you want to move into the middle of your mat. And we're going to swing the body from side to side. So not anything really to worry about in terms of form or posture. Right hand on the heart, this is where we start. Inhale left, exhale right. There's a movement. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You get into a nice steady rhythm. You have a little flex in the knees. You just move inside to side, and the movement is kind of coming from the hips, and the feet are nice and planted. So, you know, a little bit of flex in the knees to support the movement. But most of the movement comes from the arms and the torso, and the head is just moving gently side to side in this natural rhythm. Keep it going. Another 30 seconds. And then just begin to bring the hands down, just a little bit lower, kind of like you lose control of the hands, just a little bit. Nice. And then slowly come back to center. Take an inhale with the palms face forward. And then a full exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Beautiful. Next inhale, sweep the arms back up. Clasp the hands together. Push the palms up. I'm going to give you a little visual here, and have your index finger pointing up. You cross the thumbs, a bit like Charlie's Angels. All right, nice amount of distance between the feet. Inhale, find length. Exhale, just bend over to one side. Doesn't matter which side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhaling. Exhaling. So as you inhale, you find length in the spine. You lift the arms. As you exhale, you just bend over to the diagonal. Inhaling up. Exhale to the side, so a nice lateral stretch. Get into the hips, get into the side of the body. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling, exhaling. A few more times either side. Really lift out from the waist. Press your feet down into the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more other side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. And inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Nice. Give the shoulders a little shake. And then we're going to do this really cool posture. All right? So, your knees are going to be bent all the time. So, kind of here. All right? Don't have to bounce like I am. I'm just getting into the pose. Hands are going to be clasped behind the back. So, this is your inhale. This is your exhale. So, just be careful with your spine. With your knees bent, you should be able to protect the spine. And then the arms lift away. Then, as you inhale, you keep the knees bent, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you bend the torso, the torso drops down to the bent knees, you lift the arms as much as you can. So a few rounds like this. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Inhale, exhale. Move very slowly, don't strain. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Deep breaths. Exhale. Let it go. Lift the arms. Final one. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Then bring the hands onto the hips. Press into the feet, roll up bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, nice and slow. Woo. Give the legs a little shake out. Give the thighs a little bit of love. Nice. And then we'll come to that final balancing posture. So tree pose. We'll come a little bit closer. So you can see my legs, and then I'll move back. So remember in tree, you really root down through your feet, and then you can be here, you can be here, or you can be here, up in the thigh. Okay, so your choice. Here, here, or up here, but not here, not on the side of the knee, okay? Very good, all right? So you decide where you want to go. The most important thing, I think, is to find a spot, look at it, and then concentrate on it. I'm going to go on my calf muscle because I think it's a nice kind of starting point. Not a starting point, but it's a nice point in the middle. You might want to be here, you might want to be higher up, okay? So I'm going to find a spot. I'm going to look, I've got this really lovely wooden floor here, so I'm going to look at one of the beautiful knots on the floor, and I'm going to spread out through my left foot. I'm going to bring my right foot onto my left calf, and then I'm bringing my hands to heart center. That's all I'm doing. Just chilling. You can lift the arms if you want. Now I'm pressing the foot into the calf into the foot. I'm opening my right knee out as much as I can. Don't worry too much about alignment. Play around with your balance. You can kind of side to side. Hopefully I'm not putting you off too much. Find a spot that works for you. And then just take one more complete round of breath. And then as you exhale, see if you can lift that right knee nice and high. Grab around the knee, make a basket grip. And then just spend a couple more rounds of breath here. Excellent. Exhale, let it go. Really nice. Give the legs a good shake out. And then we'll do the other side. I always balance on my left foot first because it's my weaker side. And I think that, I don't want to fatigue too much on that side. So I'll go there first because it's harder for me. And then it's nice to go to your more dominant side second sometimes because you're like, this side's a lot nicer for me. I've also got a lower leg injury, so it's a little bit harder for me. So root down through your right foot. Let's see where you go. I'll give you that option. You can come here if you want. So here's your higher up option. So you may want to come here. You can play around with it again. You can kind of move. You can grow your tree. You can keep the hands at heart center. Whatever works for you. Really spread out through the toes on the right foot. If you're up high here with me, press the foot into the thigh into the foot. Nice. Take one more complete round of breath. Nearly fell out then. And then as you exhale, lift up through your left knee. Basket grip around your left knee. Take a couple of breaths. Roll your shoulders back. Loads of length through your spine. You might feel this in your hip. As you exhale, bring everything down, have a good shake out. And remember, balancing, I've said it before, but a good way to learn how to balance is to brush your teeth, put your socks on, standing up, all that kind of day-to-day things that we do. Try not to do stuff where, unless your back is really sore, try and put your socks on standing up, or balance in the shower, balance on one leg, because we lose the ability to balance, and that's when things start to kind of fall out of place. And sometimes when we fall, and we all get a little bit older. Yeah, let's try and keep our balance. All right, from the top of your mat, let's just transition to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up one final time. As you exhale, come all the way down. And let's do one downward facing dog. So step your feet back, nice and wide. Lift your hips. Come into downward facing dog, just for 3 rounds of breath. So deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And then one more. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Then drop your knees down to your mat. Come into child's pose. This will be the last kind of physical posture we'll do. Bring your forehead down onto the floor. Breathe really deeply. And then when you're ready, roll the hands back towards the knees, press into the hands, roll over onto one hip, grab a blanket if you've got one. I've got 2. I'm probably going to use one. Just because, oh my word, it's so cold. Everyone was saying 2 weeks ago, oh, it's so great that it's spring. And then it snowed. It's 1 degree here. Probably not 1 degree in this room, but it ain't anything higher than 10 degrees, I'll tell you that. All right, bring your palms so they face up, get nice and comfortable. Let's just spend a couple of minutes here together just to let all of the amazing work you've done integrate into the body. And this stillness is a little gift for yourself. Let your bones sink down into the floor. Maybe quickly scan your body and then find stillness. And then very gently, slowly, bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Now, if you want to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, you are more than welcome to stay there. You know, you're at home, you might be nice and warm and settled. So feel free to stay as long as you want. Otherwise, coming out of Shavasana any way that feels good, I'm just going to hook my knees into my chest and roll over to one side. And press yourself up to a seated position. Nice, everyone. And come back to a cross-legged position where we started the class just 45 minutes ago. I'm going to bring my blanket with me. All these Mexican blankets are the best blankets you can buy in a yoga studio. All right, bring your hands so the palms are up or down. On your knees, just move back a little bit. Find some stillness. And then when you're ready, just soften your hands into prayer. Just noticing the effects of your practice. Thanking yourself for turning up on a cold spring March day. It's not officially spring yet though, is it? And then with a wholehearted bow, wish yourself well, wish everybody else well.
Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining today. It's been lovely to practice with you all again. Helps me, keep my practice up as well. So thank you for sharing it with me. Next week, I'm in Mallorca. I'm walking the trail called the GR221 in the mountains, which I'm really looking forward to. So the lovely Carolina Cazzera is going to be here. And you might know Carolina. She's covered for me when I've been away before. She also does sound baths on the Virtual Village Hall. If you ask her nicely, she'll probably do a little bit of sound for you. She's a really beautiful person. She teaches here. She's part of the Space to Breathe Collective. So she's going to cover my classes. She will see you next Thursday at 2:30 p.m. and then the following Thursday when the sun is going to be shining and we'll be basking in a little bit of spring heat. I will be back. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Claire, Jackie, Pam, Irene. Always good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste, Satnam, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye now.